Different. We typically sit at a table and talk with each other about some community services or about some issues. But today we're going to focus on just one organization, the Norristown Family Center, and some of the family support services that they deliver. And we're going to do a little activity with you. So we hope that you'll find this an interesting way to learn more about all the different human service organizations in our community. So I'd like to welcome and introduce Virginia Kirk with the Norristown Family Center, and Katina Ketchum.
Hi.
And I'm going to ask you a little bit about family services and then tell us a little bit about this stuff on the table, and we'll see what we can find out.
Okay.
I have a strong sense that families are the core of our community, and services that help support families. I know when I had very young children, I was constantly looking for somebody to help me out through the day. That those are really important services. So tell me a little bit about the Family Center and how it supports families.
Family Center, Karen, has been around, as you know, since 1994, and it is an organization that is free and to families and voluntary. And so families who are interested in receiving some help can call us, and we will have an array of things that they can choose from. And one for parents of children 0 to 5 is our home visits, where we bring an activity and kind of really talk about child development, and try to encourage the parent to, better understand their children and improve that relationship and help them prepare for kindergarten. The other things we do include a teen parent program at Roosevelt High School, a parent education classes on Thursday nights at the Police Athletic League, and we also have fatherhood meetings on Thursday nights there as well. And then we do time-limited family reunification, which is a program where our staff members work with parents whose children have been placed in care, and try to help them set and meet some goals to have them be reunified with their children.
That's wonderful.
As well as we are involved in many collaborations in Norristown, including we partner with existing collaborations working on truancy prevention, and that's through Family Services, and so we are one of the partners involved with that. And we do a program called Families and Schools Together, which is FAST at Hancock Elementary School.
Wow.
That's a little. I'm sure I forgot a few. This year we added a bilingual family development specialist.
Good.
So a lot of our services are available in Spanish.
That's wonderful. That's great. And Katina, you've been utilizing some of the services of the Norristown Family Center. Tell me a little bit about how did you find it, and what kinds of services are you using?
Well, I attend the library a lot. I use that as a community resource with my children, and so one of the other parents, in discussing what they do with their children, they said that they had an in-home teacher come in and help developmentally with their children, and she told me how fantastic the program was, and so I gave them a call, and now for, I guess, the past 3 or 4 years, my children have been seen by the same developmental specialists, and it helps me to pinpoint whether or not they're on target developmentally, and some of the things that we can incorporate in our daily activities if they're not, to get them on point.
Right. I know a lot of times I would have questions about, am I expecting too much of my child? Is he really old enough to understand this? Or am I not expecting enough, and not knowing who to ask, those kinds of things. So this family development specialist is a resource to you, somebody you can kind of check in with.
And in fact, she also, depending on the age of your child, she'll bring paperwork to say, this is where your child should be, these are some of the things that they could be doing, and here are some things to develop it. So they're always leaving you behind with something, so you can put those same practices in motion, whether she's there or whether she's not. And then also they have these pack kits, parents as teacher kits, where if you're playing or doing some musical instruments, they'll leave them behind for 2 to 3 weeks, so that you don't always have to go out and buy the same things that you were working with, and you can work with them developmentally on those specific things as well.
Nice, that's wonderful. So I'm guessing you might do an activity like this?
Yes.
Making Play-Doh? So you don't have to always go out and buy things either?
No, and these things, these household things are very common. You have flour, oil, and water, and salt, so everyone has that available. And also, what they teach you is these are not just fun things to do. These are actually stress relievers for your kids, because kids have a lot of stress, and they can beat Play-Doh down until they relieve some of that stress as well. So
interesting.
A quick fix on making it for 5 minutes, but then 45
Right.
minutes of play.
So this is something you could do as mom, hey, surprise, or dad.
Oh, please.
Here's, let's play with this, or something you could do with children, measuring, pouring,
Exactly.
making. Well,
Math.
show us. Tell us
Okay.
more about this.
Okay, well, this is a easy recipe. I'm the mixer and you're
Okay.
the pourer.
Okay.
Measure.
We're going to add 4 cups of flour.
The measurements are not exact, but
Exactly.
they're pretty good.
They're close. Mm-hmm. Okay.
General all-purpose flour will do. And
No sifting required.
And this is a great for kids, even 2 and 3-year-olds with math to say this is a cup, and they know what a cup is. Can you help dad or mom pour a cup of this in here a little bit more? And,
Okay, so about 4 cups of flour,
1 cup of salt.
a cup of salt. Okay,
yeah,
so this,
you don't want to eat this Play-Doh.
you're not eating it, so it's
No.
okay if there's a lot of salt.
Oh my.
There we go.
Although, just as a precaution, I mean, we don't intentionally want to eat this. If by chance, children who do tend to put things in their mouth were to eat a little bit of it, not a danger, right?
There's nothing toxic in here. No. I think
And in fact, I have a child who is allergic to a lot of different things. There are other recipes out there so that if your child is allergic, there are some non-allergy of Play-Doh recipes.
it's
And 1 cup takes a minute. There we go.
Okay.
And we need 2 tablespoons of oil.
Okay, now where's our food coloring? The recipe says that when you, if you're going to color your Play-Doh, that you want to put a little food coloring in the oil instead of in the recipe.
And how much? You use a couple
Oh, I
little
don't
drips?
know.
Couple drops.
Yeah, I'm gonna do,
Uh-oh.
Add some of that food coloring.
yeah, let's see.
Okay.
Okay. We'll see if this actually colors it or not. We may have gone a little light on the
Okay.
food.
Okay.
And then
Let's see.
we need the water.
Water. Okay. Half a cup of water.
And I'm getting ready to make a mess. Move this out of the way so the camera can get it. Yeah, so children really enjoy the process of making things and the realization that they don't have to just go to the store with mom to
Right.
find something fun to do.
I'm like ready to do
Uh-oh, Karen's going in too. It's looking purple. I don't know if our camera will get that now or later, but we have made quite a purple event here. So Karen, what else can we tell you?
So,
Ooh, and this is
okay, so a family development specialist provides some in-home visits with you, talks with you as a parent about what to expect about your child's development and, can even help you with, well, these kind of guidelines at this age and these kind of guidelines at that age, so helping to set some behavior parameters.
Exactly.
But also learning about their development, their readiness for school. And so if, for instance, Katina had a child who really wasn't, picking up on some of the cues, the family development specialist might say, maybe we need a hearing test, or maybe, is that the kind of thing that happens?
Yes.
Or?
In fact, there are different services throughout the years for hearing tests and vision
screening.
screening and things like that you can take your child to.